Hello guys, this is the second video or second part of the party system series. In today's video, we have creating parties and inviting players to our party. We also have removing players and having a host be automatically assigned if the party host disbands it, and we have cleanups as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I finally updated the party server script that we made earlier. This is all the flow I made with it. So before we actually hop into here, we gotta understand what's going on in our module because I updated that as well. So before we hop into any scripts, in fact, in replicated storage, make sure to have a party events folder. In here, we're going to have these remote function, get party data, party handler, and update details for our frame. Now in the party module, we can start. So everything over here is the same, and add members is the same, but I also added this cleanup party. What this is going to do, we're going to call this whenever we have to actually clear the party instance, the meta table. So I just set all the actual values of the meta table to nil. Just get rid of the table, and I set the meta table itself to nil as well. You can pass in self in here; it's the same thing, but I'm gonna set in party. It doesn't matter. And make sure not to use table.clear like this. Don't do this. What this is going to do, this is going to give you an error because we're actually going to get rid of the class blueprint whenever we do that, and we don't want that at all. So that's something just to keep note of. Then in the remove member function, I have this right here, if table.find. Then we're going to remove whenever we have to actually remove a member. This is simply just going to loop inside the members table that we have right here because this is a table. If the member that we pass through is a value inside, then we're going to just remove a member at that index that we find the value. Once it finds this value at the index, it's just going to stop right here. And it's going to remove, and I print out party data just to see all the data. Then right here, if the player who left the member is the host, then I'm going to set the host to nil. We're going to print out host is left just so we can see. And if we have more than one player, so if the party is not disbanded basically, if there's another player, then the party host is going to be automatically assigned to the first member, the first index in this array, in this dictionary that we have. And the new host will be assigned to the first guy. And what's going to happen here is that yeah, what should happen here is that it should auto assign to like the second person that joined the party after or the host. I'm not looking at it, and I think this index might be wrong. I'll probably fix this in the next video, but next video we'll have actually inviting people to the party, so or like the actual accepting invitation. So we'll find out. But for now, this should work. I'll fix this next video if it doesn't work. And then yeah, if we have no more party members, so basically if everyone leaves, then we're gonna just clear the party. This is a pretty simple script. Some stuff I added, and this is the same. This is normal. Now we're gonna come in here in the local script, and I added some more stuff. So the update details, it's pretty hefty now. This is for the frames that we made down here. Let me pop it up for you guys. Party UI. Yeah, it's for these two scrolling frames. I referenced them up here as well. Make sure to reference yours. I set this connections invite table because we're going to make we're gonna store these in this table. I'll get to this later. So before we actually copy down update details, let me explain a little bit. So right here in the party bond handler, the create party, I basically said if the text is create party and we click it, then we're going to make it leave party and we're going to fire to the server create. We'll get to the server part in a second with our party handler event, and I make it red. Then I update the details with all the new details, and the same thing happens here. If we leave the party, then it's going to be text as create party, and I'm going to send in the leave argument to the server, and it's going to become green. So this is pretty simple. It's just a little hard code in the client. Nothing too crazy. And we'll get down here for the fire server. We'll get these in the server script in a second. Let me just explain this update details real quick. Then in update details, okay, now I'm looking at it. Let's actually hop in the server script. So in the server script, I have active parties as this table. We're going to store all the current parties in this table. Now the party handler remote event that we fire from here, we're gonna just on server event this, automatically takes some player and the type that we send. So if we send in create or leave, you can add more if you like. I'm gonna say if there's no player, then return on, pretty easy stuff. If the type is create, so if we're actually creating a party, then in active parties, we're gonna store in the player instance, and we're going to say that player is equal to party module new. He's gonna be the host of this as well. Then if he presses leave, then what's going to happen is the active parties of that player we're gonna remove, and we're gonna make it nil. Down here we have the get party data. We're gonna say local party is the active parties of that player. And we're gonna see. And what's going to happen here is if we have no party, then there's no party data to pull. But it's going to return a tuple. We're going to say, or tuple, however you want to say it. I'm gonna just in the party, we're gonna get party data. That's the method that we added to our object, and I'm going to return true as well. It's gonna return two things. I'm looking at this now and I'm wondering how this is gonna work for multiple people. I'll probably update all this in the next video. It's kind of a solo thing that I was just testing out with. Now in the local script, now we can come back. So I'm gonna wait like I have a fourth of a second before actually doing all this. The reason why is because I kind of want to give the party a second to actually create before I update details, or otherwise we're gonna throw in an error. You can see for yourself if you get rid of this task that way, you get an error. So yep, our party data is in party. This is a tuple, and we're going to just say, and I specified the type as a boolean. We're gonna say it's the get party data invoke server. So we're gonna invoke this and return something. Then down here, we're going to say if the isn't party. So if down here, if we return true, then we're just going to say, so if isn't party, if there's actually some data, we're going to for loop for party data dot members, all the members that we have up here. We're going to loop and see how all the members, for each member, we're going to create their own template frame, make it visible, set the name, display text. This right here, member image, this returns a tuple. This is something that Roblox gives to us so we can actually get a thumbnail of the player image of the avatar. And this is what I have right here for it. You can go ahead and copy this down. This takes in the user ID, a headshot. Oh, not headshot, but a thumbnail type. And I put headshot. You could put other stuff, but headshot is probably the best thing. And then this is the size. 420 by 420 is probably the best option here. And then the player image that I have right here. Let me see where I put it. Right here, yep. I said the image of that to the member image. Remember, the first variable is going to be assigned to the actual image ID. If the member is the party host, then I'm gonna make this kick button that we have right here it's gonna be not false. We can't. I mean, it's gonna be false. We can't have it. We can't kick out a party member basically, or the host. Sorry. And I'll add more security as well on the server, so we can't do that even if it does somehow show up. Then right here, when we create a party, if we're in a party, it's gonna show all the players that we can invite on the side screen. So in the game that players, if the player is not a player, you don't want to invite yourself. I'm gonna make in the invite frame a new clone of the template that we have right here that I made. Make yours however you'd like. Mess with it. Put these however you like. Remember, all this is just really a template base for your game. You can expand upon it how you'd like, but this should be a rougher draft of how this is gonna work. Then what's gonna happen is we're gonna say invite frame is the clone, all the good stuff. Member image, same thing down here. But this is kind of the invite logic right here. I stored it. So I'm gonna say in this table right here. The reason why I'm putting it here is we don't want to make a connection every time we update details. This will cause memory leaks later on. We want to actually be able to destroy and disconnect this. So I'm going to say connection invites for each player. I'm going to say that's going to be equal to the activated function. And this is only going to be able to activate once we actually, how do I say it? When we're actually in a party, basically. We can only invite people if we're in a party. We don't want to keep stacking this. We'll clean it up every time. So basically, every time we open up the frame, this is going to just keep getting disconnected and connected. Just some memory stuff, just so you guys don't actually crash your game, like if a lot of players are using this. And yeah, even if we press it here, this will show up. Pretty nice. And then also, if we're not in a party, if we're in a party, then we gotta do some cleanup. We're just going to say if well, actually, I could have put the party up here, like the cleanup stuff up here, if we find it. But it should give the same. It's the same result, so it doesn't matter. But you can put all the cleanup stuff up here before the actual creation right here. So if we actually find like the name and whatnot, we can say like if we find the name, then destroy, like already existing. Like it would be something like this, like if member display frame. Oh no, sorry. If temp if invite frame. Or no. And here is current party. Yeah. If current party frame find first child member dot name, then current party frame find first child member dot name, like destroy or something. This is what you would probably do. And it's not equal to template. But down here should work as well. So yeah, right here, I'm going to say if for every frame in the current party frame right here, we're going to store everything in here. Remember, all the players. If it's not equal to template, their name, then we're going to destroy that frame. And then right here, same thing with the invite party frame. And down here, I'm also going to say if connections of that player, then we're going to disconnect it. This is so we don't lose any memory or have any memory leak, sorry. And we're going to disconnect connections. So yeah, everything should be working just fine. We can test it out right now. So I'm gonna actually test it out by having multiple players. Up here in test, press server and clients, and you can choose how many people you want to test it out with. I'm gonna choose 3, and this is gonna take a minute, so just bear with me. But yeah, so while this is loading, I'm actually gonna explain what I have in mind. So next video, I'm probably gonna make this a little bit more compatible with everybody's like game, so that it can be something that is a little bit easier to work with, if that makes sense. I think it's already pretty simple enough. It's not much code at all, and it's a pretty simple system. but it should be like a good base for you guys to be able to build off of, because I hope this is like a good learning experience with like object oriented programming and whatnot, how to actually make systems in your games. Because in your games, you should be making systems, not just like one shoe fits all. If that makes kind of sense, right? Everything should be able to work in synchronization and harmony. And yeah, next part, I'm probably gonna have like actual inviting. Like, if I like right now, we can invite players, but we don't actually send anything to the client, if that makes sense, to like invite them. So we're gonna actually do that in the next video. So yeah, while we do that, we'll just simply wait. Or while this is waiting, yeah. So this takes a minute, especially because I'm recording. But yeah, more on the party system. If you guys want me to like add some stuff, just ask me. It's no big deal. Or if I make any mistakes or you guys have any questions, just ask. Like, there's no, just comment down below. Just say, hey, how does this work? I don't get it. It's not working. Whatever you want. I always try to respond to the most to questions. Sometimes I don't respond. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you guys be asking some silly questions. And yeah. So yeah. Well, this is the first character that finally loaded in. Finally. And then I should probably put a timestamp to skip somewhere. Maybe I'm too lazy to do that. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Everybody's loaded in, and my thing is still frozen though. Damn, this takes forever. Like, this takes forever. So yeah, my plan is to have this system done by the next part, or maybe the fourth part. Who knows? Whatever I feel like it, honestly. And then I'm gonna make sure these are all loaded in as well, just so I can see everything on their screen. And yeah, this is how you're gonna test your party system. It's a little tedious and annoying, but this is how we're gonna have to test it every time, just because we have to have multiple players, multiple clients. So there you go. So if I press party right here, if I press nothing shows up. I'm not in a party at all. If I press create party right here, player 3. This is my I'm the host. We should probably put on the side like host or something. And by the way, if you're asking like where's the images, they should be right here. But because you're testing on the client, or sorry, when you're doing like the test like this, these players don't have their own avatar images at all. So Roblox won't register them. It'll even give you a warning on the output if you go check it. We'll see. We should see it right here. Yeah, experiencing an error. But in your real game, this will work. So don't worry about that. Now if I press player 1, I click the image. The image is right here. So I clicked it. If I hop back in the server, new party with player 3 as host. Why is it not inviting? Let me see. Hold on. Let me leave. There we go. No party data to pull. Yep. Good. Clean up metadata. Host left. Perfect. Host. This is before, so we don't have to worry about that. And yeah, okay, that's perfect. That's working. So the leaving is all working just fine. If I press create party, if I press party 2, for example, and then if I press right here, create party, it should say invited player. I think I have that on the client. That's why. There we go. Yeah, it's on the client. Sorry, I was looking at the server. If I say player 3, invited player 3, invited player 2. But none of that actually like happens yet because we haven't scripted any logic, but we just have it as a placeholder for now. And there we go, disconnect the connections. All the connections are disconnected. Press create. Go. Very nice. Making 4 connections, which is funny. I think it's doing it for each. It's fine. But it works. Invite a player 2, invite a player 3. I can't invite myself because I'm not a player. And it has to be inside of here as well. And yeah, everything works. The next video, we'll send the notification to the actual client, whoever we send it to, the invite. And we can accept invites and join their party through that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to just give you guys one last scroll. So I'll just zoom out. Come right here. This is the server script. This is the client. There you go. And this is the module. Nice. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.